It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. We all love it. Our fair part show.
Hi, I'm Liam, host of the Off Air podcast. Ben Harvey to my left.
Present.
Andy.
Present.
Bell.
Present.
Pretty funny. Saw Andy walking past the car the other day, and I filmed it and put it in the group for friends who mutually appreciate Zabulba. And I did the sound at Andy. Yeah.
And then Ben renamed the group.
I renamed the group.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like we moved on past Zabulba now, so I've renamed the group to
Which is the sound that, supposedly King Charles made when he was, trying to shoo away his pen person.
I was a little bit worried about that because I am known as not the one who's good at spelling within this team. How was the spelling on that?
What, 10 E's in a row?
Yeah, was it okay?
Yeah, I think that was pretty good.
great.
The sound of, that's how I'd spell it.
Because you could also do EH, like
That's
That's why I was worried. I wasn't 100% confident in just doing the E, but I'm glad everyone agrees.
Well,
it's okay.
What I'd say, guys, it's a fun show today. I really enjoyed speaking to Gary Jubilin from the I Catch Killers podcast about Dharma. We've got a bit of a lead, don't we, to the Dharma case that we're chasing. I don't know, maybe tell us if you're true crimed out, but tomorrow we might be speaking to someone who's got a connection to Jeffrey Dahmer. So and if it doesn't happen, it's because the person asked for too much money.
Now, I must admit, I want to get to this because I'm pretty excited. Andy has got a special guest. We don't know who it is. He's just called someone. I can see they're on the screen. We don't know who it is, and I'm a little bit worried.
No, don't be worried. So we're obviously doing the niche interviews bit at the moment.
We recorded our first one, the Pokemon guy, Ando.
Yep.
When are we putting that up?
When is that? I thought that would have went up yesterday.
Oh, well, let's put it up today.
Let's put it up today. It's a great chat.
Yeah.
Really good chat.
That means there's going to be 4 podcasts up today. Hey, a lot of curry. A lot of curry for you to enjoy.
Maybe do we save it for a day? I don't want it to get lost. Because it's genuinely a good
do
chat.
it tomorrow, nice Friday one.
Yeah, Friday I feel like the off-air team member of the week dominates.
Yeah, we could save it till next week, but
well, the question is, when do we drop?
Yeah,
or do you even just put it up on a weekend and then people just like, oh, there's an extra one there?
Maybe. I don't know if people listen on the weekends.
Why don't you just chuck it all in there and like people will find it?
I might get lost, but I don't know. Whatever. We'll work it out later.
Well, what I would say is, from someone like for myself, I don't give a rat's about Pokemon. I actually thought it was a great chat. Like,
because it was less about Pokemon. More about being this dude from Adelaide who's 27, who's made, let's be honest, millions of dollars off this career.
He's got drives sports cars and stuff.
He's like Maseratis or whatever, and McLaren. I don't know. He drove some sort of fancy car, but it was an interesting chat to a YouTuber.
Yeah,
and he happened to do Pokemon.
And
stuff.
he was also like rubbing shoulders with some of the richest people in the world who've spent like $700,000 on a Pokemon card.
Yeah,
I don't think that snide comment went unnoticed, Producer Bell.
Don't appreciate the attitude.
I left halfway when you guys were recording.
But you didn't even give it a chance. You didn't even listen to the first 5 minutes.
I listened to I probably listened to about 5 minutes. And
you didn't.
I got stuff to do.
So we each get to pick a niche interview that only interests us.
Yep.
I think if Bell doesn't care, that's kind of in the spirit of the Pokemon guy, and it was meant to be something that only you care about. So you pick Liam the Cum Dog, who we haven't got yet.
Jason Cummings, yeah.
Socceroos guy.
Yeah.
And Bell, you're TBC. I picked one of the chasers. Oh, sorry.
No,
Bell,
okay.
you're TBC. I picked one of the chasers, the trivia people from the TV show.
Yes.
And you guys are now, a quick update, my mystery guest isn't one of the chasers.
Okay.
I reckon I'm 90% there.
All right.
I reckon it'll happen next week.
Whoa.
But you did ask me who my preferred one would be.
Yeah.
And I said the governess, who Liam thought was called the matron.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
I got a text from someone who had a governess yarn, who were like, oh, you don't want her because of this reason. So I thought I would invite them on the Off-Air podcast to tell
excellent.
their matron yarn. Please welcome my friend and yours, Producer Wolf.
Hello.
Mate!
This is exciting.
So good to speak to you. Obviously, you were in Andy's role before him, but we didn't do off-air podcasts back in those days, so we probably didn't hear your dulcet tones as much as we should have.
No, look, it's an absolute honour, and it's quite funny to hear that you spoke to Gary Jubilin. Liam has the biggest crush on Gowie Jubilin.
Yeah. I was in my head because we spoke to Gary Jubilin this morning. He was great. But yeah, if you do go back to like maybe a year ago, there was an extended cut with Gary Jubilant, and at the end, I was doing impressions of him. And Bell
against your will.
Well, you said do the voice. I don't want to do it on the podcast because I listened to it, and like he starts the podcast going, "Hi, I'm Gary Jubilant," and it's just enough of a. He just rolls his R's a little bit.
Yeah,
I've been in major crime for the last 40-odd years.
And you were worried that he might hear
and
that.
then he said, how's this, Wolf? He said to Belle before, oh, yeah, I remember the guys in my head. I was like, Christ, if he's listened to that podcast and if he said something about it, I would literally die where I stood.
Yeah.
Well, Gary Jubilant is a bit like the I reckon we said Gary Jubilant about 4,000 times in the office.
We did say. And in fact, in the interview doc that we had for Gary, I spelt it GAWWY and then Juba win.
No, look, I'm pretty excited, Wolf, for this story. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
All right, cool. So when the Chaser first came to Australia, I got really excited because breakfast radio hours, you're home in the afternoon, and the British Chaser is on. So I was a bit of a fan, and they offered the governess. They flew her to Australia, and she did the rounds. Not everyone really wanted her or got it.
Not everyone wanted the matron. Because Ben also...
I had to...
Yeah,
I
mentioned she was butch, and then Ben thought, oh, that was probably a bit off. But I was like, I think they're trying to make her look butch. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're trying to make her look butch.
They are. They're dressing her up like
That's
Mrs.
just what she
Trunchbull.
looks like.
No, mate. No human walks around wearing like that amount of grey with like a belt and like a blazer, and she looks like she's working at a prison or something.
Yeah.
I can confirm that in her days out loud that aren't in front of the camera, she wears that power suit.
Wow.
And she's about the size of a Furby, so she's really small.
Oh.
And so she's got this tiny Furby in a power suit. Anyway, so she rocks up to the studio, and you know how our the seats in the studio are quite tall to sit up on. So as we entered the room, she looked at the chair and just kind of stared at it as if, how the hell am I going to get up there?
Yeah.
So I offered her a hand, and we kind of did like a 1, 2, 3, up you go, and I lifted her onto the chair.
Like we do with the Wednesday Weather Kid.
Yeah. Yes, I'm not going to go into that. And then she didn't say a word for the next 20 minutes. She just shut down. So, you know, like her skills are, she's very smart and good at retaining information.
Yeah.
But maybe not communicating outside of that. She's not very good. So she didn't really say a thing for the next 15 minutes. So it was a waste of time. We didn't air it.
Do you think she was offended at being picked up, or do you think she was just generally miserable?
There's a very good chance she was offended.
Again, I mean, how's the Furby supposed to get up there if she can't?
Yeah.
Can we, there's no way we'd be able to find that recorded interview anywhere, is there?
So the actual interview was bad, was it? It wasn't like she just didn't talk in between the songs. The actual interview was bad.
The interview was bad. I remember it being bad. Now, we may have been able to cut it together and, you know, have some sort of interview.
Yeah.
But I remember saying, I don't know if this one goes on the air.
Yeah.
But So she's not, but podcast, you know, you might as well, if you can fangirl over her, Andy, get her on, but she's not going to be great. You don't have to lift her on a chair if she's not fine either.
The matron.
I think if my chat with Channel 7 is it's probably going to be one of the Aussie ones. So
yes, okay.
The nerd, the shark, or the tiger mum. I don't know.
Tiger mum, I'm not familiar with.
But we're not getting the matron.
Fun little side tangent with lifting the Wednesday Weather Kids up onto the chair. I found it quite amusing that after Andy's first Wednesday Weather Kids struggled to get on the chair, when they left, I said to Andy, oh yeah, Wolf used to kind of like help him up lift him up onto the chair.
He's a big strong man.
And
He used to help the kids up and they couldn't.
Andy, that missing a beat, said, I won't be doing that.
It's not a part of his role. You'll also be pleased to know, Wolf, I won't name names, but since you've left, we have also had a lot of unairable interviews. One of them, someone who comes in every year for a particular reason, rocked up absolutely off his rocker. And
that's right,
we couldn't air it because
it was around Fringe time.
Yep, and the guy was...
Yeah, can I guess? And then you beep it out?
Yeah, go for it.
Correct.
Yeah, that's them.
But another station also did an interview with him on that same day, and they aired it, and it was interesting.
Man, the guy was on one, and good on him. But it was, just cancel the interview.
Yeah.
Not the first time.
Yeah.
How are you, Wolf? Are you well, mate?
Yeah, great, thanks. Yeah, really enjoying not getting up at the same time you guys do.
Yeah.
How's council?
Yeah, any big updates in the Marion Council world?
Oh, mate, there's some roadworks going on Sturt Road.
Very good. Well, no, look, I've genuinely enjoyed the little cameo.
Yeah, and Wolf, if you've ever got any more yarns, and it's good to hear you keeping your ears across the show, but if there's anything that pops up and you're like, oh, actually, I've got a yarn about that, welcome anytime on the Off Air podcast.
Thank you, guys. It's an absolute honour to be on the podcast. The show and the podcast is about 1,000 times better since you got rid of me. So
No.
Bollocks. And also, you got rid of yourself, by the way. You stepped down. It's not like we're like, yeah, Wolf's got to go, man. He's more suited for the Marion Council. He's lifting our kids up. It's getting weird.
See you, Wolf.
Thanks, man.
see you guys.
Bye.
See you, man.
Oh, that was a nice
so
cameo.
good. So good to have a cameo.
Anytime someone wants to bring a cameo on, more than welcome to bring a cameo on.
Also, to be fair, I'm not off the idea of having more of you listening on the off-air pod as well. If you've got something you want to add, like we used to do a lot. Obviously, there's always callers on the show. We used to, speak to people in the podcast more. But if there's something like annoying you or something you want to flag or whatever, if you've just got a point of business yourself, feel free to come on.
Yeah, if there's any questions, like why did this happen?
Well, like real
we sometimes
off-air,
get it. Yeah.
off-air type questions where you're like, oh, they probably won't answer that. But
Yeah, it happens
just,
in the Alpha Squad, but we just don't put it on here.
Yeah, flick us a message on Instagram.
Yeah, I was
with your
enjoying.
number.
I was enjoying all the sloppy wall posts on the Ben Lamb Alpha Squad. I just checked then and I saw one. Anyone see the meme?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
You haven't seen the meme yet? Check that out.
Bit of an Oliver Twist.
I want some more slop.
Please, sir, I want some more schlop.
Yeah, that's our little Facebook page there.
Yep, shout out to Peter who did that wall post.
Yeah, on you, Peter. It's the Alpha Squad where all the true podcasters can share their memes and whatnot. I haven't had a few memes for a while. It's just more been, wall posts and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
there was actually Belle. She caught Andy and I nerding out over Pokemon cards going through my folder. I thought that would have got more abuse, but people seem to enjoy it.
Yeah,
good on
someone
him.
just gave Andy shit for how much he slouches in the video.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like that slouch was on brand for the topic of the video, though. Like, I had a real nerd slouch.
And to be fair, still the second worst posture in the team. I think we can all agree.
But my favourite was that in that, while you didn't know I was filming, but you literally said the line, well, you got to catch them all. You said you want to catch them all. I was like, are you serious?
You certainly do.
You won't make a fool of me, Belle. I've got no shame about that. Nor has Ben.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, good off-air pod, guys.